sister moon. I seldom see you, seldom hear your tune. Preoccupied with selfish misery.
Greetings, Uncle Travelling Matt here, reporting back on the fourth day of my walking in the second stage of the Camino of St. Francis of Assisi. And the news is I failed and I cheated big time. So I had 28 kilometers to walk. I was very doubtful I could do it. I was at the evening meal last night, speaking to the two Americans. They were like, Matt, you'd be mad to even try it. Like, just get a bus from Pietralunga. And I'm like, they're like, you're on holiday. Come on, you don't have to like punish yourself that much and make yourself ill. But I'm like, well, we'll see how I go. But literally, the 8 kilometer to Pietralunga isn't 8 kilometers; it's 9.5, and it was really tough. There was there were three massive climbs. There were two massive climbs in the countryside, and then there was a very steep ascent up to the town. But there was also there were two horrendous descents. And one of them wasn't that steep, but it was very long. It was 2.9 kilometers of descent, and for the first like kilometer and a half, I was fine, but by the end, my ankle was on fire. And the second one was just really short and really steep, and I had to stop. The pain was unbelievable, and I had taken an ibuprofen. I don't know what I'm going to be able to do about this ankle. Is it something I've got for life? Is it something that can be fixed? I don't know. But I didn't get into. I did start off a bit late because I knew it was a shorter day. So, and I had a wonderful chat with the two hospitaleros who were called Paolo. He's a guy with big long hair, and he's from Lazio somewhere. And then the other one's Carlo, and he was up from Genoa, where he spoke some English. And I was wondering who he reminded me of. I said like an Italian Telly Savalas, but he looked exactly like that referee that was very famous, the completely bald Italian referee with big staring eyes. He looked like him. And I had a wonderful chat with them in the morning, and really, it was really nice actually to have that relaxed start. And the countryside was utterly gorgeous, utterly gorgeous. It was pleasant, except for there were very few flat bits where you could just get lost in it. Yeah, it was so gorgeous. It really was. And it was a very hot day actually, and thankfully a lot of it was in shade, so that was good. But yeah, walked until about 1:30 actually. And by the time I was actually climbing up into the city of Pietralunga, I literally collapsed on the steps at one point. I was so knackered. And I went to this wonderful terrace restaurant and had some amazing ravioli. I've never been a big fan of ravioli, but this was incredible. It was gorgeous. And I have never, ever been so grateful for a drink. And then went across the plaza and I asked the locals about the bus because I'd read that it was 2:05. And one said, no, it's for an hour. And another said, no, it's 2:05. And they said, wait there and just wave at it when it comes. And it did. And I don't have any cash on me. I very stupidly only brought my phone and didn't bring any cards. So I can't get any out of a cash machine. And the guy was like, oh, we only take cash. I'm like, oh, God, what do I do? And he's like, look, I'll give you a free ride. And wow, what an amazing guy. So, yes, I had a free bus ride. The only problem is I didn't look very carefully where my accommodation was. And he dropped me off 2.5k further than it was. So I had to walk back 2.5k. And I'm in this huge house on my own. The woman's never appeared. I don't think anyone lives here because there's no food really in the kitchen. And there's lots of cleaning products, but there's no actual stuff that you would need if you were living here. There's no kettle, right? Weirdly, I went to boil water on the stove. Very strange. But yeah, so I'm here and I've been relaxing. I've done all the washing, which was great because I was really stinky and horrible, and I've done all my washing. And what I also did is went out after it had cooled down when it went dark, and a friend of mine had said like because um, a lot of this is about my mum and coming to terms with her dementia. And that my friend had said, well, why don't you try and connecting with her eternal soul? As in, the idea is that we have us that's on Earth, and then but that we're only a part of our greater soul. And so I did that, and I tried the other night, didn't work. Tried this night, and I don't quite know, but I seem to be getting a very interesting message through. Um, and I'll probably write an essay about it one day. But that was that. But it was very nice, just sitting there, all this canopy of stars above, outside with a candle and some incense, um, trying to connect with the world beyond, I guess. So that's that. I am now waiting for a takeaway. I've been waiting for an hour. It's been the most difficult takeaway ever to order. I've had to use my friend Pierre Luigi's account, and I'm going to have to send him the money. But there we are. Yes, Italy is a wonderful country, but it can be quite dysfunctional at times. There we are. So that's it. I'm in this wonderful house, and I'm reading Angelo Foligno, and I gotta go to bed soon. I am absolutely shattered. I've got a big day tomorrow, and I can't really cheat again, can I? So there we are. It's me, Uncle Travelling Matt, saying as always, keep travelling. Stay on the path.
Brother sun and sister moon, I now do see you, I can hear your tune, so much in love with all that I survey.